Milton Keynes, or you can dial the box office on 0844 871 7652. And then down at the stables on tomorrow night, the Brubecks play Brubeck. That's members of Dave Brubeck's band playing his greatest hits. That's Tuesday the 12th. Then on Friday the 15th, we've got Larry Miller Band featuring a guest, Bernie Marsden, who lives in Buckingham, used to be with Whitesnake and UFO. He's playing with the Larry Miller Band in a charity show. That's Friday the 15th. And then the following night, Saturday the 16th, we've got Dreaming of Kate, Europe's premier tribute to Kate Bush. They're all at the stables, and to book the tickets there, it's www.stables.org, or you can call 01908 280 800. That's 01908 280 800. And any of the details of any of those other shows you can see on the Styx website, which is www.the-styx.co.uk. Anyhow, it's almost time to talk to my next guest, Rietta Austin from Back-to-Bacharach, and let's play classic Bacharach song. This is them all singing Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head.
Raindrops keep falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they sent to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Raindrops are falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will still be turning red. Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free and nothing's worrying me.
Every Wednesday at 9 p.m, join me, Brando, and the rest of the MK team for the Moocamp Radio Show on Seclo Sounds, where we lift the lid on the world of the MK dance. It's like a fanzine for your ears. So that's every Wednesday at 9 p.m, the Moocamp Radio Show on Seclo Sounds.
Okay, that's Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head from, part of the a lady who is part of the band who sing that. They're called Back-to-Bacharach, and they're coming to the stables on Sunday the 31st of January, and I'm joined by Rietta. She's one of the lead singers of the group. Good morning.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Now, you must tell us, I think everybody knows about Burt Bacharach, one of the probably most accomplished, popular composers of the 20th century.
Oh, absolutely.
He's written an amazing amount of songs, including that one, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. I'll mention a few of the others in a little while. But you're part of a group of vocalists and musicians doing this. It's three singers and a live 10-piece band doing this. Well, would you say it's a tribute to Burt Bacharach?
Yeah, it's a tribute to all of his musical genius, basically. So we try and keep the music as close to the original as possible, because we try and keep it to the era that it came out in. We have the sounds, the actual version of Dusty Springfield singing Look of Love, rather than the Diana Krall version, which is just as fabulous. But we try and keep it in that era. And there'll be a few surprises in there, because I was quite surprised to find some of the hits that I didn't realise Bacharach had written.
No!
Yeah.
I've just been looking through the list of and this is just some of them. There's Alfie, Anyone Who Had a Heart, of course, which Scylla did, Arthur's theme from the film, Always Something There to Remind Me, Close to You, I Say a Little Prayer for You, Magic Moments, Walk On By, What's New Pussycat, and of course 24 Hours from Tulsa, and that one we've just heard, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. That's just a few. I mean, that's just a snapshot of them.
Well, I was surprised to find out that he actually wrote That's What Friends Are For as well, which was quite a shock. Do you remember Dionne Warwick and Stevie Wonder, Elton John and Gladys Knight did that? And also he did On My Own with Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald, which I had no idea he'd written that either. I was aware, of the songs because I've always loved the songs, but I just didn't realise Bert had done those too. So he's actually been writing like for years and years and years, longer than a lot of people would have realised it's still his song.
And he's had, and I mean, you work, I mean, I dread to think if I work out all those songs, how many millions of records that would have sold. It must be colossal. It must be colossal. And I mean, there's something there for everybody. I mean, I think everybody knows, even if they only know 24 Hours from Tulsa and the Arthur's theme, there's something there that everybody knows. And I'm sure people, when they see you, they sing along.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's a great thing. So, is it presented as like a concert?
Yes, it's more like a concert. So it's a tribute to his genius, as I said, and it's a concert of all your favourite songs. There are 3 singers up front, and we've got a couple of fantastic backing vocalists who we also want are lead vocalists in their own right. So we bring them forward, and we get them to do a couple of the songs that we love as well, and doing lead, not just backing vocals, so that everybody gets to hear all the voices there, and then we all come together in the finale. So you've got 5 voices on stage, which is quite a wall of sound.
Yeah, because all the vocalists, I mean, this is not a sort of cheap tribute and all that sort of thing to him. All the vocalists have performed all over the world on things like the Strictly Come Dancing tour, Jesus Christ Superstar, Phantom of the Opera, My Fair Lady, Miss Saigon, West Side Story, and Whistle Down the Wind. And the musicians are from sort of BBC orchestras and other touring shows. I mean, this is not. I must emphasise, this is an upmarket show.
Very much so. In fact, when people hear the word tribute, they think of tribute act or tribute artist. It's more in the actual proper sense of the word. It's a tribute to the songs themselves and not necessarily the artist, the actual music. So it is an extravaganza. There's a lot of us singers that have done a lot of different things, as you mentioned. So it's quite an epic evening of entertainment and music. Yeah, well, I think so. But then I'm biased because I love Bacharach. So I mean,
perhaps a tribute's not the right word. Should we call it a homage to Burt Bacharach?
That's quite a nice way of putting it. Yeah, I like that. Homage to Burt Bacharach.
Not a bad one for this time of the morning. I'm pretty good at this time of the morning. The other thing I must mention is that the Back to Bacharach, the tour, has been partnered with Breast Cancer Now, the UK's leading breast cancer charity. I'll get that right in a minute. There's a donation from each ticket's being sold, going to the charity. It's £1 from each ticket sold, and you, as a company or as the group, have committed to raising a minimum of £10,000.
That's right. Yeah. In fact, that's what started all of this. We. The musical director, Andy, he and I have both had quite an experience with breast cancer in our own families, and a lot of the musicians have as well. So we actually got together deciding we wanted to do something to support the breast cancer charity, and then we, being musicians, we were all talking about, well, what could we do that's involving our favourite music to play? And so after talking about it for a while, it just seemed like the right thing to do, because we all thought it was about time that Bacharach songs actually got their say in this day and age of music, because I just still love them, and most of us, all of us in the band do actually, and most people do. So it seemed like the right thing to do, because we all wanted to do something for breast cancer. So that's hence the commitment, because it's actually quite something to say, no, we want to do this, and we want to commit to raising £10,000 because it's that important to us. Yeah, and as everybody that's been touched by any cancer, you know that when you feel so helpless, you want to do something, and this is our little way of doing something. And if people come along to see the show, then that can be their way of helping too.
It's a fairly this breast cancer now is a fairly new charity, launched only June in 2015, and I was quite shocked. I was looking this breast cancer now. It's breastcancernow.org is the website. 50,000 women a year are diagnosed with breast cancer.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's touched everybody's life. I think everybody knows somebody who's had it, or somewhere along the line, it's touched everybody, hasn't it? So I think it's a good thing. So I mean, let's talk about yourself quickly. I mean, which shows have you actually sung in the West End and that?
I was actually in the West End. I was in a show called Respect La Diva, which is another diva extravaganza. Funnily enough, with Sheila Ferguson from the Three Degrees, who is just enchanting. She's just the most wonderful, wonderful, talented woman in the world. So that was one of the West End things. I did Jesus Christ Superstar myself, and also Tim Rogers, the lead male singer of Bacharach. Bacharach show. He has also. We were in Jesus Christ Superstar together, touring Australia. Although I'm from New Zealand, there is a difference in the accent. I recognise. I was going to ask whether I've been to New Zealand, and I do recognise the slight twang. See, there is a difference between Australia and New Zealand. They don't like. I always, when you talk to an Australian, you say that little island next to you, and they're never quite sure what I'm on about. But I was in New Zealand about 10 years ago. And I had the time of my life for a month out there, and it was absolutely fabulous. And the greatest thing is, I went to Wellington and watched England beat New Zealand, but we won't mention that in cricket. Well, we won't mention the rugby either, shall we? Should we just steer off sport?
But so what's brought you? I mean, I'm going to ask you this question, this silly question. What's brought you over to England then, apart from playing in this great show, Back-to-Bacharach?
Well, various things. My mum's a singer, and she used to live in London, actually, so I've always wanted to move, to live here, to be part of it. I got a record deal with a small record label over here in England, so I came over to pursue that. And following that, I was lucky enough to perform with Dame Shirley Bassey, another icon, really amazing. I've toured with Strictly Come Dancing, the arena tours. So Craig Revel-Horwood is just the best man in the world. He truly is. Don't let that persona on telly.
No,
he's a real sweetie.
I've heard, yeah. Funnily enough, when I was in New Zealand, I switched the TV on and Strictly was on, the New Zealand version. There was Craig, and sat next to him was Brendan Cole.
Yes.
They were judging. And I thought, what's going on here?
We're slowly trying to take over the world. It's really, really slow. Like one person maybe every year.
It was, I mean, you're not the first person to tell me that Craig's a pussycat. I've never met him. I must admit, I've met up with Brendan. I've met up with Pasha off of Strictly, and they've been on my show, and we've had great fun with them. So I mean, that must be great doing Strictly, the Strictly tour, because it's the biggest show on television, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible, and it's just been a blast. I mean, all the dancers are absolutely lovely. Craig, I can't say enough nice things about the man. He's truly an incredible talent and visionary. He's the director of the arena tours, so it's all his creative talent and thoughts behind how the show is structured. Yeah, it's just amazing. So I've been really lucky to do that, and also the experience with Dame Shirley was quite incredible, because I did Glastonbury with her the helicopter, no less.
Wow! I mean, she's just had a Christmas hit with Blake. They were on Christmas Day on Strictly, with singing their Christmas song. Blake were on with me, just before Christmas, and I had Steve Bellman on, and she recorded this Christmas song called The Christmas Story, which is a fabulous song. So anyhow, they all speak very highly of her. Let's quickly run through, because we're almost out of time. Quickly run through the date. It's Sunday the 31st of January. It's called Back-to-Bacharach, and it's at the Stables in Milton Keynes. I'll give you the box office number. It's 01908 280 800. Obviously, you can book online at www.stables.org. And so they're all £1 for every ticket's going to breast cancer now. I'll get my teeth organised in a minute. And if you want some more information on Back-to-Bacharach, they have a website. It's www.back-to-bacharach.co.uk, and they're on Facebook. You just Back-to-Bacharach show, and you can look up everything there. And if you want to book your tickets, I think the tickets are selling very nicely, from what I understand. The Stables have a great reputation, and they have some great shows there, and this is one of them. So thank you very much for your time today, Rietta. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Rietta, actually.
Sorry?
Rietta,
sorry. Oh, terrible. Rietta
Austin.
Thank you very much for your time, Rietta.
That's right, my
And
darling. Merry Christmas.
I will get my mouth organised before too much longer.
Fine. I've been called worse.